All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our F10X team huddle, leadership huddle. We do this every Monday to catch everyone up, make sure we are all on the right page. And we have some exciting things to talk about here this week, based on a conversation that we had in our partner council, our F10X partner council. We're going to be talking about this week strategic events. Strategic events. In fact, many of you know that we just came off of a very incredible event in Calgary, Canada. Some of us on the line were able to be in attendance. I see Lourdes is on the line, Joy's on the line, Florence on the line. They were all at that event, and I actually might have you say a few words about that event here, if you don't mind. Um, and the reason we want to share this is because every one of you, everyone on this call and watching the replay, have a chance to participate in a couple upcoming strategic events. And you're going to see why it's so important to do so. But to kick it off, first, I want to actually show a quick recap of that call, or excuse me, of that event that we did in Calgary. Is absolutely amazing. So let's watch a quick recap, and we'll go from there.
We're here in Calgary, Canada at the first ever Connect event. Connect event is where you get to join together with new leaders. The growth is skyrocketing. This type of event perfectly sets you up for PXP in the fall.
It's such an incredible opportunity to come to these events and hang around with people like Bob Budd and Todd Rowland and all these amazing leaders. What an incredible opportunity to learn from these people and what they've experienced.
You get to collaborate with other leaders, you get to hang out with some of the top industry earners. You learn new tips, new tricks, new things that people are doing.
It's been an incredible experience here, seeing how these world-class products have changed people's lives across the globe. This event has increased my belief in just how remarkable these products are in changing the world.
I've been so impacted at this Calgary event because I was able to embrace my brand partners from my team. Listen to their stories just moved me beyond belief. The most incredible feeling I have ever experienced in my life.
What I really like the most about this company is that it's really real, it's genuine. You can really tap into that heart and soul, the same as you can also tap into the heart and soul of people.
Watching the hugs and the love as people cross the stage, it's all about recognition. It's all about people. We are one of the fastest growing countries in the world right now, and Canada is just getting started.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That was an incredible event. In fact, I'm actually wearing this shirt as a remembrance, right? Remembrance of that event, because that event was so amazing. And just to kind of know a little bit about the impact of that event, I know I'm kind of throwing this out there, throwing them off guard a little bit, but I would love to hear maybe from Joy or Lourdes or Florence about that event. Just like what was the impact? What was the takeaways? What was the most exciting aspect to you about that event? I would like to have any one of them speak up if they can. So Joy or Florence or Lourdes, again, I'm taking a chance here. They might be busy, but Florence, I just came off mute, so maybe she can start us off. Florence,
Oh,
what
sir.
was
Good day, everyone. I am not on camera, but I can see you all. You don't
good
want to see
day?
me right now, but anyway. So yeah, so the Canada Connect was awesome. It was almost like, and I think Sardana, you've described it really well when we were there, because it was like a PXP, but in a much smaller scale, right? I mean, the excitement and everything was like a PXP, but it was small enough that you can almost reach everyone, right? Whether it's, the Wadsworth, the Mr. Wadsworth, Dr. Plant and everyone else. And so it was awesome that way. As far as for myself, I think that kind of reignited, my, my desire, I guess, to rebuild my business, if you will, right? Reset. It was a good reset for me. And there were a couple of exciting times for me, not so much the actual event, but even leading up to the event. There was a Thursday night presentation, and it was great because Miss Becky was sitting and looking after baby Jaden, and she was just pouring her. She was just giving us one-on-one, I guess one-on-two with Miss Lourdes and myself, and she was just giving us some training, which was awesome. And of course, the icing on the cake was on the Sunday, where we spent time with you, Sir Dana, the Zings, and Mrs. Marfel and Sir Jesse and Shelley and Miss Lourdes. So overall, it was an awesome, a weekend. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. You summed that up so well. And a couple of things I took away from that was number one, and you're absolutely right. The feel of a convention, right? I mean, literally, like the stage, they had a store, an on-site partner co store. They had, giveaways. They had, product there. I mean, it felt like a convention, but did you hear what she said? It was more like an intimate setting. So you had more of a chance to speak with some of the leaders, the founders, the executive team. That was the power. I think it's so powerful, right? To be able to have that. She talked about the breakaway sessions and having a chance to have one-on-one conversations like with Miss Becky Zhang, which was absolutely incredible. Some times that we had a chance to go out and do things and be together as a group. So these type of events are very, very powerful. Miss Joy, Miss Lourdes, I would also love if either one of you or both of you have anything that you want to share. I would love to hear from you as well. But as we wait to see if one of these ladies are able to unmute, these events are so impactful. And something that Florence mentioned. Lourdes, go ahead. Hi, Lourdes.
Hello.
Hello.
I am at the grocery store right now, but we're wearing the same shirts.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
I'm just about here to go send money to the Philippines, so I'm at the store right now. But yeah, everything has been said by Miss Florence, but this event ignited us in to, level up. Hopefully, we can go and achieve our goal, which is to be officer fully by PhD 25. Yes, we're gonna try to. We will have an event in Manitoba on June 21st, and hopefully another one on the 22nd, depending on the security schedule. So hopefully we can invite people that will join us or even patronize it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, and here's what I love most about Miss Lourdes. As she mentioned, they didn't have an event in Manitoba. They took a flight. They flew from Manitoba Providence to Alberta Providence to come to this event. It was her, it was Miss Florence, it was who else flew in? I'm forgetting now. We had a few people come in from Manitoba, and that was what these also is amazing about these events is that these events, right? Even though it was in Calgary and it's called a Calgary Connect, it was not just for Calgary, right? Anyone within driving distance or flying distance were able to come for that event, and it was worth it. As you can hear from her, it was worth it. So why are we bringing this up? Because you heard from her you've heard from Miss Florence, this event caused them to, spring into action. Miss Florence, she said, I have the fire again. I'm ready to go at this. Miss Lourdes said, I'm now shooting for officer, right? How cool would it be for you to have people on your team right now in the next 30, 60 days say, I want to shoot for officer before PXP, or I want to be this rank by the end of the year? That's what this is all about. And this is why we build from events to events and we promote from event to event. And we have a couple strategic events that are coming up here in the near future. The next big event that is coming up, that is just like the Calgary Connect event, is going to be happening in Columbus, Ohio, July 26th of this year. So next month, a little over a month from now, there's going to be a Columbus Connect event. And this is going to be just like what was mentioned by Miss Florence. There's going to be a Thursday opportunity meeting. So meaning that you can bring guests to this Thursday evening. And I'll tell you, if a guest comes to that Thursday evening, they're going to want to get started. There's going to be a leadership event going on Friday, and then Saturday is going to be the main event. General session number 1 in the morning, general session number 2 in the afternoon. There's going to be networking and fun. And then there's going to have an evening party, which we didn't even talk about the party that happened in Calgary, Canada. It was absolutely incredible. PartnerCo loves to end these events with a party. And there's something that you definitely want to be a part of. In fact, I know that they also did that in Destin, which my wife, Amelia, had a chance to go to that event in Destin. Anything you want to share about the Destin event that you attended, babe?
Oh my gosh, the Destin event was, all of us that was there, Miss Twyla brought some steaks. That was the party after the party. Paul and Twyla just took such good care of us. And that's the kind of culture that we have in this team fam, right? Like Mr. Louis calls our fam team or team fam. But the event itself, I have never seen a company have a quote unquote regional event that was like it was a major event. I didn't feel like I was at a smaller event. It felt like like a convention actually. And that event was so successful with every single person that attended. I'm still getting messages of how it made everyone feel, the connections they made with the company, with the mission. It was just absolutely wonderful. And if that was a Connect event, man, no one should miss a Connect event if they can attend it. So, much less a PXP. That's a whole different topic. We're getting ready for PXP because that's going to be like a whole different level. But it was amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the cool thing about these Connect events too is that they're low cost, right? You can see here that this Connect event in Columbus is only 25 USD. The price will go up. You can see the normal price is $50, but right now, $25 to be part of this event. Absolutely amazing. So you can always we'll post this in our chats where you can come here. You can learn about the venue, where it's going to be at. They have special rates. If you want to stay right there on site, you can book a room. You can get your tickets right here. But this event, I'll tell you right now, this is a great event for so many in our team because it is really driving distance from so many. In fact, one thing that I was doing some due diligence, I was looking at, I said, we have Erica D'Amico on the line here, right? We have Daryl Harrison. Daryl, I'm gonna come to you in a second, but Erica, right? Look at where Erica. Now we chose this because Erica is a leader in our team, but we also have other people, right? We have people within Champions Network. We have Gina, who's in the Buffalo marketplace, who's also part of Champions Network. We have Mr. Mike Player in Niagara Falls area, Six Nations, but not far from Buffalo. So we have groups of people that actually could come together around the Buffalo marketplace. And from Buffalo to Columbus, it's about a 5-hour drive. Now, I'll tell you that is a simple drive. Number one, just the last time I was in the US, I drove from New York City to Buffalo and then to Toronto and back. That type of drive made this look like cakewalk, right? This is a really easy and simple drive, especially with multiple people. In fact, my first event in the industry, I took this drive from Buffalo, past Columbus and I went to Cincinnati. My first event ever in this industry was in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it was on this drive. And that's what catapulted my entire business forever, right? Was going to that first event. So definitely drivable for our people up in New York and Canada, Ontario area, for sure. And then if we talk about some of our team out in maybe St. Louis, right? It's about a 6-hour drive, right? From St. Louis, from coming from the other direction. So again, very doable. And we have groups of people, and Daryl Hairston's on the line. We have Mama Sandy. We have groups of people, right, that are in that area that have a chance, if they wanted to coordinate and work together, to get a little car together, right, and do a drive to this event. And again, is it worth it? The answer, you've already heard from those that attended Calgary. It's more than worth it. It is an absolutely incredible event. And at this particular event, not only are they going to have, a founder is going to be there, just like we had in Calgary. We're going to have doctors like Dr. Plant, who, if any of you had not had a chance to meet Dr. Plant and learn from him yet, he is just he's an absolute genius when it comes to science and nutrition, but he makes it so simple, just absolutely incredible. And they're going to be releasing and launching a new product at that event. That Columbus event, Partner Co. is launching a brand new product for North America, definitely for the US, right? And it's going to be happening at that event. So that is going to be such a strategic key event that we want to make sure that everyone that can takes advantage of that event. Anything you want to say about that, babe, before moving on?
No, I mean, the message is loud and clear. I'm all about new product being, I already have a little hint, but I definitely would have loved to be there if I could hop on my private jet that Mr. Lou and I are saving money for and just hop over to that event and get me some products. But I'm going to be living vicariously through each and every one of you that are going to be there. So
Absolutely. So highly encourage it. And again, it's just a matter of coordination. If you want to help coordinating this, if you're someone who said, hey, I would love to make it to this event, just reach out to my wife or myself. Let's see if we can coordinate it and see what we can do to make it happen. It's an event it's not even impossible for my wife and I to be at that event. So definitely something we want to promote. But of course, the event for sure that every one of us want to make sure that we're planning for. My wife and I will be coming over from Africa for this event. Everyone will be flying in from Canada. There's people coming in from Australia for this event. This is the once a year event that we do not want time to get away from, right? It's seems far away, but it's coming up real close. September 11th through the 14th, Dallas, Texas. We have our 2025 PXP. That's Partner Co. Experience Event. PXP. And it's going to be the best event Partner Co. has ever had. Right now, ticket prices, if you haven't got your tickets already, they're currently available for $169, and we know the price is going to go up in August to $198. So it's better to get your tickets now. Now, I will tell you that this event, last I heard, they already have over 4,000 tickets sold for this event. Can you imagine? 4,000 tickets already sold, and we're just in, June, right?
amazing.
So this event's going to be the biggest event Partner Co. has ever had. It's going to be just an absolutely incredible event, and there is a chance it'll be in a sold out situation, right? So we want to make sure that people get their tickets, they lock it in. Here's the details. It's going to be at the Kay Bailey's Hutchinson Convention Center in Dallas, Texas. It's going to be absolutely amazing. If you want to know about hotels and where we're staying at, the details about our hotels is right here. We, as a team, now there is a host hotel, and you're more than welcome to try to book at the hotel. The problem was that we found that when we tried to book it, the rooms were already booked up really quickly. They might have a few here and there, but we wanted to try to make sure that our team, F10X, that we were together for this event. So we did a little due diligence, the partner council, and we found within walking distance of the convention center, we found this particular hotel If you want to take a screenshot, go ahead and do it. It's the Holiday Inn Express, Dallas downtown. A wonderful hotel. And the Holiday Inn Express, again, walking distance, but very, very good prices. In fact, just today, I pulled these prices off of hotels.com. You can go to Expedia, you can go direct to the hotel, whatever you want to do. I just quickly found this on hotels.com. So for a king bed room, it's going for $145 a night for this room. For a double bed, it's going for $154 a night. So if you are someone that would want to maybe share the cost of the room, I mean, that's amazing. Look at that. And I chose this from Thursday to Sunday. Even the double beds, right, is $541 for Thursday to Sunday. If you're splitting that with another person, two people split that in half. I mean, you're paying just under $300 for the whole event for when it comes to your hotel stay. Not bad at all. And for those that love Marriott, the beautiful thing about this location is right connected to it, like right around the block. It's like on the back side of the Holiday Inn Express is the Courtyard Marriott. I know a couple people here love Marriott. Maybe you have Marriott points. That's awesome too. The price here at the Marriott is just a little bit higher than the Holiday Inn Express. Just a little bit, not much, but that's also an option too. So we figure between these two options, we as a team, we decided we're going to be booking here at one of these two options. That way we're close together. We're in the same vicinity. We can walk to the convention together. And even after the event, we're all kind of in the same area. So again, check the recording if you need that. Hopefully you guys took some screenshots. You guys can also, somebody can drop in the chat the names of those locations. But again, it's the Courtyard by Marriott downtown, Reunion District, or the other one is the Holiday Inn Express, Dallas downtown, right? And
I can't wait for Dallas. That's going to be so fun. That's my home turf. I love it. Lots and lots of memories there. Okay, Mr. Louis, I did ask the question, how many of you already booked your rooms? I know a few of us already have in F10X off of the accountability, but if you haven't, now's a good time. Because, I mean, you heard 4,000 tickets. That's a lot of PartnerCo folks. So let's make sure every single person in our teams, most of you all here you're all leaders here. So just reach out to people in your group. Let's make it a trip, right? For F10X. It's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be
Did you see Katie Holt Larson? I'm sorry, Katie Holt Larson is learning line dances that we all will probably have to practice for the event. That's gonna be fun.
You know, the last time I've been to Dallas for a convention, some of you were there, right? You guys remember? That was probably one of the most memorable events I've ever had.
Was it Billy Bob? Where were we?
Yeah, we went to Billy Bob's. It's just something about doing these events in Dallas, right, is amazing. So this event, I just feel it. I already feel it in my bones that it's going to be a memorable event. It's going to be historic. It's going to be something that you want to be a part of because right now all eyes are on PartnerCo. In the entire industry, people are looking at PartnerCo. What is happening at PartnerCo? It went from a company that no one even knew the name of it to now it's circulating. People are knowing the name. They're like, what is this? And we are in momentum. We're showing up at Dallas. It's going to be the biggest event we've ever had as a company. And then we're going to come off of that event with even more momentum. Right now, in the past year, PartnerCo has gone from number 35 in momentum of all companies worldwide to number 3. I guarantee off of this PartnerCo event, after Dallas, PartnerCo is going to catapult to number 1 in the industry in momentum. You want to be a part of history. You want to be a part of that and to reap the rewards of what's going to come from that by being there. So make sure you plan ahead. Yes, we will have some particular outfits that we're going to be wearing. We'll make sure to plan that and get that circulated. We're also talking about F10X merch that we've been discussing, and we're going to have some ideas, right? Some people in the team throwing out ideas. We've already have a few. but we want to show up in a very, very, very big way at that event. So can't wait. We just want to make sure that you are making plans. Why? Because remember, the theme of today's topic, strategic events. All these events are strategic. See, if I lived in, and some of you, again, we're in Africa, Louis, you're in California, we have to kind of plan for PXP, right? That's the next strategic event. So, and we're going to be doing that, right? We're going to be talking about, okay, how many people do we want to have in our team at that event? It's not only about you going, it's about how many people you can have with you at that event. But that being the case, if I lived back in Buffalo, New York, where I used to live, or I was in the Midwest, or in the Northeast area, I would be a little bit more strategic in trying to use Columbus as well. I would say, you know what? My goal is to show up to PXP with this many people. Let's just say it's 20 people. Well, for me to do that, let me use Columbus as a kickoff, a stepping stone to catapult myself. Let me go to Columbus, try to bring a handful, even 2, 3, 4, 5 people, maybe even bring a guest or two. Because if I can pull that off, I know they're going to have the same experience that you just heard from Miss Florence, Miss Lourdes, all the people that was in Calgary. They're going to have the same experience. They're going to come off and say, I'm ready to run. I want to be this position before PXP. I want to be a director so I can walk the stage, because that's the minimum position now at PXP, to walk the stage is director. I want to be a director. And what's going to happen when you have 2, 3, 4, 5 people all driving for director between July and September? Your business is going to explode. You're going to walk into PXP with an army of people. That is the strategy. And that's why events, we say you want to have strategic planning around these events we just shared. And there's one last event that we want to talk about that's also part of the strategy, right? Because we talked about things that are over a month away. PXP is multiple months away. But what can you be doing strategically each and every day right now in preparation for that? Well, we hold a call every day, Monday through Thursday, sometimes Friday. Like this week, they'll do this on Friday as well. But we do a call at least 4 days a week. That's called an income producing call, income producing activity call, IPA call. And prior to this, it was an IPA call that was focused on helping people achieve the goal of qualifying for Punta Cana. But now these calls have now changed into driving towards PXP. Why? Because all of us want to be at PXP. We want to show up with an army of people to PXP, but it's based on what we're doing each and every day. And what I love about these calls is it's a call that allows you to be in the community of other people who are actively building their business, to be inspired by them, to be motivated by them, and to learn by them. Because on these calls, you're hearing each and every day what people are doing in order to have massive success. In fact, today's IPL, it was like gold nuggets of information that if you missed the call, you're missing out on some huge things that are revelations to everybody of like, wow, we're doing this and we're doing that. Things that I would have never thought of, right? How to use different platforms like TikTok and how they're actually using it and it's working to get an unlimited amount of leads coming in, right? So these are the things you want to know so that you can actually do what you need to do over the next, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, leading into, because here's what I will tell you. Let's just say you are in the northeastern part of the US. You're thinking about Columbus. You're going to go to PXP, but you're like, well, I don't even have much activity going on in my business. This is what the answer is, in my opinion, because if you have a chance to jump on these IPAs calls, which are recorded each and every day, maybe somebody can help me and pull up. I can have you the ability to share if you can do it, Babe or Louis. If you can pull up where the IPA calls are recorded, it's actually on the Champion Network YouTube page, right? And that'll help me out because I might not be able to pull that up quick enough. But If you cannot watch it live, you can watch the recording each and every day, right? Just choose a time, pick that time, and watch the recording. Because here's what's going to happen is you're going to see techniques that people are using each day in and day out that's bringing them leads, that's bringing them results. And then it's just a matter of you doing the same thing, picking what works, what you like. Okay, that sounds like a great strategy. Let me do that. You can start doing that today, tomorrow. And literally by next week, you could have activity. New partners join the team already, new customers. By the time that Columbus event comes, if you're doing this activity, you could have a small group of people that now you can bring with you to that event. And you now have the building blocks that you need to really kick off your business. Does anyone have that YouTube page to share? Or if you can always, Mr. Louis, let me make you
I
a
just shared
co-host.
the one on the, well, I have it pulled up if you want me to share it.
Okay. And either one, you guys both have the ability to share your screen. My wife just dropped the YouTube link in the channel, but I would love to have you show it on the screen if you're able to. Okay, perfect. So this is the champion, and just search, you can see, she just searched Champions Network in YouTube. You'll find the Champions Network YouTube page, and you'll see these are all the past IPA calls, right? You can see them right here, June 9th, that's today, right? That was the IPA call, literally from today, 2 hours ago. So that's how fast the team, we get it up on the website, on the internet, is same day. So even if you can't watch it same day because you're at work, whatever the case, anytime that day when you get a break, anytime that day when you have a drive home or when you get home, you can watch the IPA call. And it's something that's going to be very, very helpful. Anything that anyone wants to share about the IPA call? I know there's a few of you that really are pretty regular on it. I see Miss Twyla on it a lot. Mr. Louis, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I don't get a chance to be on there every day because of my work schedule. So, but I'm on there like Mondays and Fridays religiously. I love being on there like beginning of the week and end of the week because it goes into the weekend. I love starting off my week with that call. Today's call was phenomenal. It was absolutely amazing. I'm a little upset Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when I can't be on the call because then I'm like, I want to see this stuff live. I'm super happy that it's always recorded, and that James and Becky make sure that that post goes up like lickety split. It's always up there for us to find. So I do get the opportunity afterwards to go in and check it out, which is a great way to go do that. Plus you can watch it at like 1.5 speed, so that it goes by kind of fast. If you want to like speed through it and want to take notes, but it is like literally at least 45 minutes long every single morning. And you're like, I don't have that kind of time. Well, take the time later on in your day and take a listen in on some of these calls, because some of the stuff that they put in there is so game changing for your business. This morning's commentary from Elaine Simmons, who was talking about TikTok. Nobody had thought of what she was doing, and then Cindy and Lindsay were like, well, let's give this a shot, and they're like, oh my god, look at what happened to us. And like there's so much stuff coming in now, and so it's even little nuggets like that coming from people who are just out here in the field like us, everyday people who find a way to do something that works way better than we thought it was ever going to like play out. And so, somebody's going to say something on those calls one day, and it's going to click with you, and it's going to set the tone for you, and it's going to be the thing that you are able to run with. And you never know what day that's going to happen. And so I love being on that call in the morning whenever I get a chance to.
I have to agree with Louis, because the call, to me, there's so many little nuggets you do not realize you miss. I mean, what you didn't even think about. And there's like the lady that goes to, she was doing like little bazaar type things, or a group at a retirement area that they have a meeting every month. And they got into another one, just got into a really big group. I don't remember which one it was, but it's like a golf place where everybody can go, but you have to be invited. And they're getting tons of people in there, just little things that they've done. And it's like, wow, I didn't know about that. Wow, that's a great idea. If you just get on. There's so many people giving, and they freely give the information. I mean, they even gave how to set stuff up. There's a list on how to set up to do a bazaar, what she brought, where she got her information, how to make her flyers, everything. And then just listening to the guys from the hairdresser, Louis,
Eric.
Eric is awesome. I mean, he was like how you can go to a hairdressing place and show your stuff and get it out. I mean, we all go, I go to the hairdresser, I go to the nail tech, I go to the eyelash person. I literally was doing a call one day, listening to it. She had to listen to it while I was doing my eyelashes. Then she bought product from me. It was that. But it's just something, it's worth the 45 minutes that it's on, that you get so many nuggets out of it. I'm good for it.
I agree so much. Thank you both, Ms. Twyla and Mr. Louis, for sharing that. It's game changing, and it really helps you realize that we have everything we need to be successful. Like there's like no reason for anyone not to know what they're supposed to do if they just plug in, if they take advantage of these resources. With this type of team support that we have everything we need. Everything we need. And so speaking of which, just to end out today's call, for those that are in Canada, or if you know anyone in Canada, so this is anyone in the US that want to build in Canada, tonight is a great opportunity to do so, because we are actually doing a Canadian virtual job talk online for Canada tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be absolutely amazing, right? It's going to be just a great opportunity to expose people to this amazing product that's being launched in Canada real soon, right? They can already order it from the US, but it's going to be on the ground within Canada very, very, very soon. So this is everyone who's going to be seeing this tonight is really seeing it at the very beginning of what's happening, and they'll learn about the drops, they'll learn about the results that are coming from it, and also a little bit about the opportunity to position themselves if they want to earn an extra income in Canada. Take a screenshot of this, because the QR code at the bottom right, you can use that to register. It is registration, meaning that somebody can go register right now and actually get an email reminder before that call comes. No problem. We can send it, Jerry, for sure. Also, we can send the registration link. So the flyer, if they don't want to use the QR code, there also is a link where they can register online as well. So that is just something we want to make sure everyone was aware of, and we're promoting for anyone that they know in Canada. Again, we still have a few more hours before that kicks off, so plenty of time. So with that said, any final words from anyone that wants to share anything before we wrap up? Anything, babe, that you want to say before we wrap up today's F10X
I'm just super proud of everyone. We've got so much going on. We've got the Millionaire Mentorship. How many of you finish your vision boards? If you haven't and you're on that mentorship, make sure you get that done. And that's exciting. And then also be thinking very actively about the 10 and 2. Remember, there's an incentive out there for hitting that. And so Harper and I are kind of competing a little bit with you guys, because, put our money where our mouth is. Already got a couple of drops sold already. So we're way into our 10. We're like at 7 more left. So, so let's go. We're closing out some more sales today. Remember, at the end of the day, we build our business with volume. Okay. And you're always going to be volume obsessed, just like, James always says, you be volume obsessed, grow your business, and that's what it's all about. But I'm proud of everyone. Make sure that we get our registrations done, and I'll see you on tonight's presentation.
I wanted to remind everybody, it was Ken who brought the steaks. We brought the salmon for the.
Oh, that's right. Either way, it was delicious.
It was good.
Let's do it again.
And thank you for bringing that up. For the PXB, there's a pork chop location, but on Fridays it's they have these pork chop steaks that they do, and it's delicious. On Friday it's pork chop Friday, It's at a very lovely restaurant not far from where we're gonna be. We'll probably have to Uber or something together to get there. I don't think it's too close, but it's not far either. So I'm thinking about planning a team dinner there.
Okay.
Yes,
I think-
please.
Yes, please. I think that'll be delicious. So I'll get the details and hopefully by our next F10X council meeting, we'll get that ironed out.
Wonderful, wonderful, love it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll talk to everyone soon.
Bye, Jerry.
Bye,
Bye,
Jerry.
Florence.
Bye, guys.
Looking great, Miss Florence.
Yes,
Same to
ma'am.
you.
Yes, you are.
You on
Look
the
at
call
y'all. Look at
today.
y'all.
Drive safe,
Beautiful.
Miss Florence.
Who was at the supermarket? Lord, I didn't get the money. You got to send me the code. All right, thanks.
Unfortunately, it wasn't for you, ma'am.
I was just checking my phone. I'm like, where is it? Anyway, yeah. All
Love
right,
you
thanks,
guys.
guys. Love
All
you.
right.
Take care,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.